Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whomever, wherever, and whenever you're watching this from. I knew I was going to be gone for several days because of the holiday weekend, my daughter leaving. She got off well and home landed safely. And this video today, I wanted to make every day since I told you guys I was going to be gone a weekend. And I would have made it last night, but I was incredibly, oddly fatigued. If anyone out there has also felt that energy wane, please let me know I'm not alone. Anyway, today's video is on relationships. And I might go long, I might probably ramble because it's still kind of jumbled up in my head. I've spoken about portions of what I want to talk about with multiple people, and it's still just like little pockets of things, so bear with me. But yeah, relationships. Okay, so I know personally that particularly since the beginning of 2018, relationships were starting to drop off. My romantic relationship started to end in February and ended totally in March. My mother crossed the boundary, and I decided to put that relationship at a distance. A really good girlfriend of mine pulled out some venom that was undeserved, and thankfully I was able to kind of look outside that situation, took myself out of first person, put myself in third, and saw where some of that vehemence was coming from. And it wasn't towards me, but it was definitely a relationship that needed to move forward and away and apart. But since I've been affected, I mean, I'm just seeing all of these relationships, business relationships, friendships, acquaintances, family members, so on and so forth, kind of just fall away. And at first I let them get to me, and I'm not gonna lie, when my relationship ended, I was deep depression for a good 6 weeks. But what I'm beginning to learn is that these relationships are falling off for a purpose. They're falling off for the opening the path to my best self and my best possible future. And I know a lot of us affected have had major relationship losses. In fact, I spoke to somebody today, and he's like, I can't do it anymore. And I said, you don't have to, as long as you're still as long as you still keep your love for them, because it does come back down to love, you guys. You know, we can love somebody and still not be involved, as long as we are knowing that the decision to move out of that relationship space is because we love them and because we don't want to injure that relationship anymore, because we don't want them to injure us or us them, whatever the situation may be, that it's coming from a love space and an acceptance of who they are, where they're at, of who you are and where you're at, who I am and where I'm at. You know, it comes back down to love, you guys. And I've heard little tendrils, and it's so funny because it's been all weekend in my head. And pop on Facebook today for the first time in a few days and seeing a couple of different groups, people posting, has anyone met their soulmate since 2018 started? And it's funny because I've been telling people that I'm not looking to date right now. I'm just not. My whole life is completely upside down between the Mandela effect and the ascension of the event, or blah, 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 plus, you know, moving in with a girlfriend and changing my whole career. My whole life's completely upside down. I don't have any business dating anybody. I'm not looking to date. just an FYI. But every time I say that, and it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, affected, unaffected, people walking down the street, I don't care. The response is usually, well, be careful. Because that's usually when you meet the one. Not that that's what I'm looking for. But as going through Facebook and seeing these posts of people asking, well, have you met your soulmate? Because I met mine. And all these comment threads of hundreds of people saying, I have, or I reconnected with somebody that I thought was a long time ago, and it's really amazing, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just unbelievable that, and okay, here's where I start tripping around, because this is where the thoughts get all jumbled. Part of this clearing process of the loss and of the lack, and of learning to be okay, and learning that it's a process, and being able to take those things out and examine them within yourself, and move on and move forward and move up. I don't know how else to explain it. Is allowing us to come into contact with people of like minds and like hearts and like souls. And this isn't just about romantic relationships, because I have come, since I'm starting to allow relationships fall off that aren't healthy, or that aren't serving, or that I'm not serving them. I'm coming into contact with more people of like mind. I'm coming into contact with more people who are wanting to be a cheerleader, a friend, a confidant, and I'm attracting people to me. I'm starting to meet new people in my scope of influence, in my area, not just people online, but people that I'm coming into contact with at the store or through friends. We're at this point where we're starting to allow those connections to happen, and they're the best connections that we possibly can have, and being able to accept people as they are, where they are. And I feel like all this loss has prepared us to be able to allow us to find our soul family, to allow us to find our soulmate or our twin flame. It's allowing us to have better, deeper relationships with ourselves, which is then in turn allowing us to have better, deeper relationships with other people. I can't say enough to this community and to those who don't even know what the Mandela effect is. There's an amazing energy going on right now, and if you're still going through loss, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Accept it. Know that it's opening another door that you may not have thought was capable of possible. Whether it's a job, whether it's a living situation, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's friendships that are no longer beneficial. It's all for a purpose, and it's all for the betterment of all of us. There was something else I wanted to say, and this is a really long video for me. Oh yeah, back to the soulmate thing. So that's another thing with that post about the soulmates. Is so funny, because before I was getting ready to sit down and watch this video, I kind of like to just scroll through the YouTube and see what I missed through the day. And Infinite Waters Diving Deep did a video on 10 signs from the universe on how to attract your soulmate, so I had to stop and watch that. But I'll post that link below, because I love him, one, and two, because it's so in alignment with some of the things that a lot of us are experiencing right now. But I really feel like a lot a lot of us are going to find our soulmates in the next 6 to 12 months. Because again, it's all about love and it's about connections, and you know, it's just getting started. There's a lot more people who need to open their eyes, so to speak. And those of us that are here, not that we're special, because everyone's special, but we're the start of it, and we're going to need our partners, and we're going to need our soul families. And don't be surprised if you have an unexpected meeting with somebody that you just click with. If you've gone through a divorce or separation, through this whole Mandela effect craziness, you may be able to repair that relationship if that person is the one that is meant to be with you. Or don't be surprised if someone completely takes you by surprise and walks into your path. Be open, be receptive, be accepting, and know that you deserve it, and know that you, in kind, they deserve you, whether it's a romantic relationship, which is kind of where most of this is geared toward, but it's also towards friendships. I've met several soul sisters and soul brothers, and my family just keeps on growing, and it's pretty awesome. Boy, this has been a pretty long video. Hope I didn't lose you guys along the way. I love you. Love yourselves. Love others. Love, light, peace. Be kind to yourself.